Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today on this, what is it? Friday? So we still got a visitor come round. We hope it's Crazy Red. It probably won't be because, did we have Crazy Red last week? I think so. Who else did we have this week? We had Flick, CJ, Sahara, Godavara, I think. Oh, we haven't, I don't think we had LaBelle last week, so I think it's probably LaBelle visiting this week. Oh, it's not this week, sorry, today even, but I suppose all those exciting adventures that are in store for us we'll see after this. Hello there everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 4:26 PM on Friday, March 19th, 2021. Nothing really much to speak of today, something documentary show, blah blah blah. Sorry, Isabel. As per usual. Yeah, apparently the Sanrio items, you know, they're apparently in the game already. If you have the cards that the New Leaf version had, which I didn't have, I don't have, in fact, like almost any amiibos or amiibo cards. The only one I got is this one Digby amiibo, which my friend bought for me one time. I don't even know why he did it. I think he just like saw it randomly. He was like, hey, do you like Animal Crossing? Why not buy this for her? And you know, fair enough. It got me a Digby poster. Let's see if we got red. Nope, no red. Okay, so, you know, just another week without getting something to add to the art museum, but as the case may be, that's just kind of how it goes. Let's just see. Oh, it's Kicks. Oh, maybe we did have label last week. Do we need any of these things? Impish Wings, we don't have a green one yet, so I guess we'll buy this. But that's about it. Oh, actually, not. That's completely unrelated. Yesterday, you know, I was talking about the whole designs thing for pro designs or whatever, and I was like, oh, I'm surprised there's no. If only there was like a deer face paint or something. My friend Rach, you might remember from last Sunday's episode or whatever, she very kindly offered to make me a deer face paint, which she has sent me her creator code. Can I remember how on earth I do something like this, which will go download right now. So thank you very much, Rach. I, of course, already thanked her in a message as well, but very much appreciated. I didn't expect someone to actually just go ahead and make one for me, but here we are. She's much better at designs than I am, as you can probably tell if you've seen her island. I just like using the design tool in Animal Crossing, but you know, it's not quite the medium I like to work with. But for her, you know, if it's her canvas, she could make great work with it. Does that make any sense? I don't know if what I said just made any sense, or I was trying to type in a number at the same time. Whoa. So she's uploaded like everything. So I guess if you want any of that, there you go, Mist Wraith. I don't know if I'm blind. I don't see the deer design. Oh, okay, it's down here probably. Maybe? Am I blind? Oh, is this it? Deer, there we go. So there we go. Custom design app will now open. Please select the save slot. Overwrite it. It looked pretty good from what she sent me. She says you have to have it with a hairstyle with bangs, otherwise it'll give you a weird sort of square at the top. So luckily the hair we chose is the one with bangs as well, so should work out fine. Maybe if it doesn't, well, you know, the sentiment is very much appreciated anyway. So wear top, you can wear it as a top. Isn't it transparent, most of it? It is. Okay, well, that's kind of weird. Wear it as face paint. There we go. So I did say, I was like, I'd be surprised if you can really do much, because it sounds quite difficult to make anything with to make anything deer related. But you know, she found a way. You know, the deer freckles and the little I don't know, I guess widow's peak or something, how you might call it. Perhaps I should change my hair color to maybe fit the deer thing a bit more, or I should go wear the deer hood. I don't know, but for now we'll just stick with this because I can't be bothered. We'll change her outfit next time LaBelle comes around, because that's what we do every time. So thank you again to Rach. We got an maybe I should take off the cat nose and whiskers, but you know, that's just part of the charm nowadays. I'll have a chat with our villagers. So what have I been up to today? Not really much. I say this every time, not really much. It's, you know, it's not like I'm just sitting here not doing anything. It's just like, I don't know, nothing worth talking about. But you know, during this pandemic, is there really anything worth talking about? It's not like I can go outside and be like, ooh, interesting story. I mean, you can go on a walk, I guess, but actually today I didn't go on a walk. It's a very nice day. I should have gone on a walk probably, but I decided not to because I don't feel like it. We will go sort out our flowers, I guess. Yeah, and then, I don't know, then we'll have a lot of time to try and figure out what on earth we're doing. I didn't use a Nook terminal while I was in there, did I? I forgot. Anyway. Yeah, no, I don't know. Just just learning how to use Excel again, which is I think they taught us sort of back in IT classes back in secondary school, but I won't say it was particularly effective. I would say it's somewhat effective though, because I do remember a decent amount of things that were covered in this course, I suppose. But a lot of what the course is talking about is keyboard shortcuts and that sort of thing. But yeah, just might as well brush up on your proficiency of that sort of thing. Anyway, I suppose the most detrimental part of our IT lessons back in secondary school is that we had to learn them in French for some reason, for some unfathomable reason. Well, I wouldn't say it's unfathomable, because it's not like we didn't have a basis for it or anything. It's not like we were just like, learn French. Or kind of. It was more along the lines of they're experimenting with like I don't remember like what the term for it is. It's like it's like indulge learning, but it's not indulge. What's a word? Like immersive learning. There we go. Indulge learning, where you teach your students or whatever in the language that you want them to learn, and so then it's sort of like a 2-for-1 deal. Did I not water that? A 2-for-1 deal where you learn a language as well as learning a subject at the same time. It kind of turns out that I suppose there's not many teachers. There weren't any teachers, I suppose, at our school who were both proficient in French and IT. So that didn't go so well. We had a French teacher come in. She was okay. She wasn't really an IT teacher. She was a business teacher. But she was a French teacher. She was a French person who taught business, I think. I don't know if she actually taught French in our school, but whatever. That's kind of besides the point. By the way, this isn't like a critique on her as a teacher or anything. It's just more like this is a strange situation which the school were experimenting with for our year. So she taught us Year 7 IT in French, which I can remember very little of either IT nor French from that situation. Definitely not much IT. The only thing I can remember from IT is we used like a PowerPoint or Word document or something, that sort of thing. I think? No, we made an anti-bullying poster at one point. No, that's one thing I remember we made. I can't remember anything else. Anyway, you might say, hey, what French did you learn then? Because, hopefully you'd learn that part. It's like, not really. I remember l'ordinateur is computer, but I already knew that actually from French class itself. So, and I also remember nom de passe, which I think was either username or password. I think it was username. So, I guess it didn't really work out. My French skills from there. And I remember that sir and sous was like on and underneath something. So there you go. I learned about a total of 5 French words from those lessons, which you would have thought I'd just learn as easily through regular French lessons, but instead we put an IT spin on it. So it's sort of like give you an idea of maybe that could work in concept or not in practice, I suppose, as much, because it's quite hard to learn something if we haven't learnt the language in the first place. Which, it sounds stupid me saying it, but I guess maybe that's why they're experimenting. They just want to be like, maybe it's not. But no, it was quite difficult to learn a different subject in a language you don't even know. And yeah, I suppose the narrowest of subsets. What? That's not a phrase. It's a narrow skill subset requiring both French proficiency and IT proficiency. We'll add another fish here to our school of fish. Because it's not that common to have someone who's both proficient in 2 subjects in school and proficient in teaching them, no less, in school. Teaching's a hard job, They say those who can't do, teach. And I don't really agree with that, to be honest. I think those who can teach. And those who can't, who can do, And those who do if they teach, and those who teach it if they do. Might not always get the best results, but they could do. It's not like they're mutually exclusive, That's really what I'm trying to come at here. Oh wait, hold on. Can we give stuff to you, Flip? We should have probably checked that. Teachers are, I'm not sure, unrepresented. Well, kind of unrepresented, I suppose, in maybe the government's funding size, but that's probably a topic not ready for Animal Crossing. What I mean say is, what do I mean say? I don't really remember what I was saying. Underappreciated, I guess. That's probably what I meant. I don't know if that sounds right anymore to me, but that's not really important. It's hard, is basically what I'm trying to say. Because I suppose it's trying to tailor something to 30 different students all at once is very much a difficulty. But saying that, I'll say I think at least here in the UK, foreign language education does leave a bit to be desired. if you ever think, well, maybe I shouldn't say UK, maybe I should say England. And specifically, my only experience with schools, I suppose, and learning foreign languages, because you ever think about, I mean, if you just think about, like, in Europe and other countries in Europe, a lot of students are pretty proficient at English, and, of course, their native language, their native tongue, entire time. And, you know, I'm saying this as someone who can speak English and Mandarin. Granted, my Mandarin is not nearly as good as my English because I'm kind of lazy with practicing it. I should really get around to practicing it more often, but, you know, there's a lot of things I want to do. By the way, at least I can understand Mandarin pretty well, and I can speak it decently enough. Not great, mind you, but okay-ishly. Anyway, this isn't really about my language expertise, that sort of thing, but, you know, the French and Spanish, which is what I learnt in school. Granted, I didn't actually use Spanish, didn't learn Spanish for GCSE, I learned French for GCSE. I suppose that didn't really stick around, did it? It wasn't particularly something that really stuck with me, I suppose. Like, I can remember bits and pieces of French, but I'll say in secondary school it's okay, but like for introductory stuff in primary school, I feel like that's, you know, prime time to introducing kids to languages, right? They say, you know, like kids' brains are so like malleable or whatever, they can make new synapses or whatever, neuron connections in a flash. So then that's the best time to learn new languages, because it's like new systems are easily more ingrained in the younger you are or something into your brain, and you can recognise sounds from a younger age much more proficiently than you can when you're older, something like that. I mean, I think about, oh, hello, Reacher's online. Speak of a devil, or the angel, I suppose. Because it doesn't devil have a bit of a negative connotation there. Sounds a bit rude, but hey, you made me a custom design for something. And it's like, oh, well, you're also a devil. You know, that's a bit rude. Well, you know, maybe she'd like that actually more. Probably call it a witch or something. Sorry, this is a bit weirdly tangential. Especially she might actually watch this video, so it's going to be a bit strange to explain to her afterwards, but, you know, whatever. It's all with good intentions. Anyway, what was I saying? I forgot. I got a little bit distracted. Should we lay a dirt path down here? Yeah, but I've been putting dirt paths down as temporary paths for ones I'll eventually replace, hopefully with something a bit more fancy when I can be able to actually go find a proper design. Well, I suppose now we've got a bit of an internet search function, we can actually do that, but oh, we should also look for a recipe. A bottle recipe. Yeah, but I often think about back to like the French we learnt in primary school, and it basically amounted to very, very little. Like, you don't, for some reason, at least in my primary school, the only thing that they want to teach you seems to be just a list of nouns rather than, like, you know, verb structures or verbs, pronouns. I mean, I guess you do learn pronouns, kind of, but not really much, you know. It's just, there's a very strong emphasis on just lists and lists of nouns. Like, I don't even know if we learned verbs or anything. Oh my gosh. We certainly didn't learn conjugation. And I'm just saying, in primary school, you could have probably taught us conjugation. I think we probably could have handled it, maybe. But to be fair, you're also fighting, you know, the kids, not natural instinct per se, but a lot of kids, you know, can't really be bothered with school or whatever. I won't say I'm not completely innocent of that. You know, sometimes I'll be like, oh, just like, I don't know, give me a maths worksheet because it's easy. Just give me easy work to do. I don't want to do hard work. Like learning a language, I don't know if there's a language. Why would I want to learn this language? But, of course, now I can speak in hindsight as an adult, scarily. But yeah, probably would have been better to actually put some more emphasis, I suppose, on foreign languages in that sort of aspect, especially when we were young like that. I'm just trying to see, is this path too wide? I think we might need another flower to pop here. Yeah, I think we do. Because I think we want to keep the diagonal like this, unless we want to make it... No, I think it's fine. Make it much wider. It's not like a path through a forest has a fixed length, a fixed width. I gotta stop using my everything needs to be like symmetrical and orderly sort of style in my designs, which, you know, it's fitting, I think, for something like a civil style, but I've got a very natural looking island, or attempted to be natural island throughout this entire thing, so, you know, let's try and actually keep it that way. Yeah, what I was saying, yeah, it's just a load of vocab. Primary school French, isn't it? For us. Like, you learn the numbers, and they're under 12 and then you sort of go, what's the rest of them? But I still remember 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But the problem is, the way I learned the numbers, at least in primary school, is they sort of try and teach you at using similar sounding words, right, rather than the actual pronunciation so much. So I just remember 14 as like cat toes or whatever. It was like, just remember it as cat toes. And it was like, okay, 14 cat toes. But I'm sure if you went cat toes to a French person, how many times are going to say cat toes in a sentence? They'd just be like, what? Like I said, do it in French, so we'd be like, what's what in French? Okay. Isn't that Spanish? Isn't that also French, maybe? Qu'est-ce que c'est is what is it, right? Maybe it's... Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not French. And I suppose luckily I don't need to know French right now. But, I don't know. Maybe in the future I do, then who will be laughing? Probably my French teacher. Or not. I don't know. I don't even know. Okay, I know what my point was. It's just like the numbers. It's just like a ragtag bunch of words, and for some reason, it used to be much clearer in my mind. It's not so clear in my mind anymore. But there used to be a thing where we just learned the numbers like 1 to 10 plus like a noun with it, and it was from this website. I don't really remember the website, I'm sorry to say, but I remember it's when like things like un ballon, whatever, which is apparently a ball from what I remember, and the only other one I remember is c'est Hiboux, which is 7 hours. It's like, what? The point is, this is such a weird hodgepodge of random vocabulary lists that they're teaching us. Like, why do I need to know, okay, maybe I need to know what a ball is, true. Why do I need to know what an owl is? And why is this in the same vocabulary list, you know? It's just such a weird mix of things. I wish I could remember the rest of them, but they were all so, like, randomly distinct from each other. It's just like, this is just like, you got, like, a random number generator or something and chose 10 different nouns, even. I think one of them might have been cats. No, I don't think it was cat. It was one balloon, definitely. Oh, a ball, sorry. Or maybe it was actually balloon. I can't remember. Isn't ball balloon in French? Or ballon, I should say. Maybe it was Huit, Hiboux. I can't remember. 7 or 8 hours doesn't really matter, not really. But the rest of them were just really strange. Just like combinations or whatever. And it's like fine and dandy, I suppose. It's sort of just like, I mean, in the literal sense of checking off an item on the list, you are teaching the kids French. But still, it's like a... vocab alone doesn't really cut it, does it? Is I suppose the point I'm trying to make. You can't just teach them a load of random nouns and be like, oh yes, now you can have this conversational French. It's like, no, people don't speak in just nouns. I feel like this path should be changed slightly. It's a bit strange of it just being a straight line, isn't it? Why don't we make it wiggle? Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Anyway. I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, anyway, this isn't like a knock against, you know, primary school teachers or anything. It's probably hard enough trying to teach primary school kids, like, any subject, let alone a language, which they might not even want to know. Why don't we wiggle it out even more? No, that's not wiggling. And if this looks bad, we'll just, you know, scrap it. Stop. 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 Joy-Con, please. Joy-Con drift is so bad. Anyway, yeah, but I don't know. Kind of reminds me of those old adverts on TV for like Muzi? I can't remember. I was like, ooh, fast track to teach your kid French in like 3 weeks or something. Look how proficient they are when they showed a load of kids just like speaking in French, and you're always like, whoa. Look how good they are. Why does this look strange? Oh, I'm missing a thing here. A little bit of a wiggle. And you may say, this looks a bit strange. And I say, fair enough, it's meant to look a bit unnatural. I guess it doesn't really make sense for a desired path to wiggle like this, but you know, I think it gives it a bit more character rather than a straight line, which seems to be what I've done for about 50% of my paths in the past. this time it's different. This time, for sure. What have I done? It's quite artsy what I'm doing. Yeah. I was going to add something else onto this. About those Musi adverts. I don't know. Are they still a thing? To be honest, I've never heard anyone who actually used... Is it even called Musi? Maybe it's called Muzzy. It might be called Muzzy. That sounds a bit more familiar. Never heard of anyone who actually used or benefited from those sort of things, because I don't know, our school didn't use them. Did anyone's school use them? I guess it was meant to be sort of more of a home learning thing, isn't it? Oh my god, Joy-Con drift. Yeah, a home learning sort of situation rather than something supplementary, I suppose, to your kids' school education. And I suppose if you're going to take my criticisms, I suppose, of the modern foreign languages curriculum in primary schools, which is something I'm definitely not qualified to talk about, so you might ask why I'm talking about it in the first place. I don't know. I just say what's on my mind, right? You know, sue me. Don't sue me, in fact. I don't think I can handle litigation fees right now. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I mean, I learned other stuff, I suppose, in those French primary lessons. I think I've talked about this one before. Normally it's just songs, because for some reason songs just get very cemented into my mind considerably well for some reason. Probably to an annoying degree, because combined with the fact that I randomly burst out into song whenever someone says a vaguely familiar lyric to any song, it results in a lot of singing. Not particularly good singing, mind you, but, you know, singing nonetheless. Like, there's two songs I remember. One of them I remember actually extraordinarily well for no apparent reason. It's called the Happy Birthday song. Or it's my birthday song? I can't remember. It's about a girl on her birthday receiving gifts from her family. And it goes, Aujourd'hui c'est mon anniversaire, j'ai un cadeau comme mon grand frère. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ouvre la cup, ouvre la paquet, une araignée. Ah, c'est non pas gentil, non merci. Which to translate goes, today is my birthday. I have a present from my older brother, or elder brother. What is it? Open up the package, or the gift, I guess. I don't know if package translates to package or gift, but present? I don't know. Everyone goes, it's a spider! Ah! Or something much more musically, ah! Which I actually quite like. That's not nice. No, thank you. The next verse is something along the same, except for it's a gift from her little brother, and it's like a snake or something. Un serpent, ah, c'est non pas gentil. And it's one of those songs which, to be fair, there's many numerous songs which often get stuck in my head. That get stuck in my head. So, you know, I know, I'll bust that out randomly, I suppose, if anyone ever goes aujourd'hui, which is, unsurprisingly, not very common in casual English conversations, I suppose. So, yeah. But there's also another one, which, this one I can't remember as well, but it was about a wolf. It goes like, something blue, away to. That's all I can remember of that one. Because for some reason, we played the birthday song like multiple times a day. Not multiple times a day, sorry. That's way too much. But in multiple lessons. But we played that wolf one once, and I don't know why. I guess it's to try and cement these things in your mind. But you know, I guess it means I can cement some random French vocab in my mind. Mira. Excuse me. You can exercise in the town square, but please don't do it in front of the doors. What if Isabel or Tom Nook needs to leave? Again, they got a backdoor entrance, don't they? Which we can't seem to have access to, which is a bit strange. And we've never seen. Spooky. Anyway, So I was laughing at myself. I guess KK Fair? We have this one? I do not recognise it. Oh yeah, apparently, also there's been speculation about the Sanrio characters, furniture items when they come out, you won't be able to get them unless you have the cards specifically, which is a bit of a shame, to be honest. I thought it'd be nice if they just like gave them to you for free or something if you had the cards, but then you'd have to buy them with bells or something if you didn't. I'm just trying to think what I'm doing now. We should buy more of these stage lights, I suppose. Were they something we could buy with bells? I think we could buy them with bells. We should have bought them. Oh, we can buy them now, can't we? Floor lights. I believe every island has different colours of them, if I recall. Reading that on Reddit some time ago. But we got the white one, and the white one's fine, to be honest. It'd be nice if we had all the colours, but we'll just start with the white ones for now, because that's all we got. We done that? Nice. Apparently we've got a load of variations of that one. I was just looking at the other stuff. Studio lights, interesting. I don't think there's anything else we need to order. Not that we can't even order anymore because we used up our daily orders. Yeah, no, French stuff's just weird. They always teach you colours as well. Why is colours always the first thing you learn? You know? That's my question. Why is it not something like the days of a week? I know days of the week is something that still comes quite early, but why colours? Necessarily. It's always, what's my name? Je m'appelle. And then, you know, what's your name, I guess. Because they always do introductions, because it's like, okay, we're going to follow the structure of a usual conversation. So why is the next thing you learn colours? It's just like, oh, let's talk about colours. It's like, I like the colour red or something. And I'm like, what? Is that really like the next step of a conversation for, well, any language, I suppose? I suppose it's much more plausible for it to occur for like primary schoolers, right? That seems to be quite a common trend to be like, oh, what's your favourite colour? Man, why is everyone's just out here in Mira's graveyard? I'm not sure what we should do, to be honest. I guess we'll see if we can find these Note missions. This is what happens when we've run out of design things to put down. Well, we haven't actually run out. It's just I can't bother. Basically, if you want me to properly break it down for you, it's quite hard to speak at the same time as well as design things. So when I'm in a talkative mood, I don't really feel like trying to think about designs. It's much better suited to something doing silently and just, oh yes, we should harvest bamboo. Well, harvesting things casually is much easier to rant about random topics on at the same time. Yeah, so I don't know. Like saying that, we had all that French. We didn't learn anything, or Spanish, or German, or whatever, in primary school. What's up with that, you know? I probably knew hola, and that's about it, from Spanish. Had to wait to secondary school to do that, so it's no surprise I took French as a GCSE rather than Spanish. Because despite the fact that it was a very minimal base setup, I suppose, in French, it was enough, I suppose, to push it over. And also, I kind of like the sound of French more than Spanish. I'm just saying it, you know. It's very sort of smooth sounding language, isn't it? At least that's the stereotype, I suppose, that might follow it. The language of love, of romance. Which, yeah, as you know me, obviously that's straight up my alley, I guess. I don't know, not really. Maybe I should make it my thing. Rebranding. A year in. Dear darling, we're going to hit mature themes. That's something. Oh, speaking about, I suppose. Actually, it's not particularly related, but of course, the next YouTube thumbnail for for the series, which is following Spiritfarer, which I don't actually know when Spiritfarer is ending yet, because I should probably record 2 episodes today, but I didn't. I might actually record a new series today. We'll see. I don't know. It depends how I feel in about 1 minute, I suppose. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh, we put away our stone, didn't we? We don't even have sticks on us. We have to run up here and go get it. What's the saying? Yeah, the next Fawnhallow art that's been done. Quite ahead of its time. It's a little bit more risque. Not risque. Like, I don't want to get like either your hopes up or your hopes down. I don't know which of those I'm more scared of, to be honest. Wow, we really need more wood. We should harvest more wood. I guess we'll do that then. Wooden sticks. Surprising we're running out of so much of them. But yeah, it's a bit more it's noir themed, I suppose. And if I leave it at that, if you know what noir is, you'll probably be aware of much more fancy styles. I mean, if you're on the Discord, you've already seen it. By the way, plug, join me on the Discord if you watch my videos. Or if you don't watch my videos, I mean, you don't have to either. It's kind of up to you, to be honest. Do what you want, you know. Don't listen to me. You don't mind some random voice on the internet. Like, I'm a stranger. Because we're no strangers to love. Sorry. You don't have to listen to me or do anything. Just do what you want. But yeah, I posted on Discord. Posted 2 different outfit variations because one of the central characters, she's not the lead character, as I've now found out after I paid more attention to the descriptions on the Steam page. I thought she might have been, well, I don't know, but the context is difficult to explain without spoiling it, so I suppose I won't say it. We're going to harvest some wood. We'll keep it rolling. We'll keep this Animal Crossing video going, just so we can harvest some more wood. But yeah, what's another thing? Oh, no, it's a fun one. And I suppose it's a different style change. Not style change, but kind of style change, you know. Because all the other previous thumbnail arts have been quite cute, haven't they? It's like, ooh, we're not going to go for the cute anymore. We're going to go for the elegant, the alluring style. Which is honestly something which I quite like a lot more than the cute style. But so you might ask, why have I done the cute style so often in thumbnail arts? Is because, you know, I don't know. I play cute games. Is that true? Not really. Is that true? I don't know. Maybe. I guess so. I guess Hollow Knight is more of a cool side, isn't it? Celeste is kind of cute, cool, cute. I don't know. These are just arbitrary denominations anyway. Does it really matter? I suppose not really in the end, but either way, look forward to that in whenever it comes out. I think Spiritfarer has probably got either a week or 2 left, maybe a week and a half. There's not really much to do now because I believe, let me think, we've got all the recipes. Wait, I'm trying to think where the Spiritfarer series is right now. Oh, it doesn't matter. Like, if you get spoiled in this episode, you'll get spoiled in the next episode anyway. Plus, no one really watches Spiritfarer anymore. It's just the unwritten rule. Once a series gets too many episodes, not many people watch it anymore, which is fair enough, you know. It's a lot of commitment, isn't it? Staying out that long. But, yeah, Spiritfarer doesn't really get viewed by much. I don't know. Surprisingly, Celeste is still doing quite well. I say quite well in relative terms. But yeah, that might come out in a week or 2. I don't really know. Well, that's why I've done it so early. Just felt on top of things, I suppose. I also thought Spiritfarer would end quite quickly. Oh, like quite soon. And I think it is. I think it might actually be next episode. Let me think, because we've done all the recipes. The only thing we have left to do is upgrades, the boat upgrades, I believe, which are just extraordinarily expensive, but I think doable. And we have no more spirits sent to the Everdoor apart from Stella. Sorry, Spiritfarer spoilers, but yeah. So I don't know. Look forward to that, or don't look forward to it. Do what you want. Do what you want because a pirate is free. Anyway, that's how this episode off. It's been off the rails. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Links down below, including Discord, where I guess I should probably post more art there. I don't know. I'll think about it. I hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time. Bye bye for now.